Chapter 25. My Brokenness. Like most people, I've experienced my share of heartbreaking moments. I've lost a brother, both of my parents, grandparents, cousins, nephews, and other extended family members. But perhaps one of the most painful losses has been the distance between me and my son David, a kind of silent separation often referred to as ghosting. That loss still lingers today. The grief from all of these losses runs deep, but there's little I can say about them that hasn't already been felt in the silence of my soul. So instead, I'll tell you about a different kind of heartbreak, one that began with success and ended with humility, but not without grace. There was a time when I was a successful businessman. I had launched a real estate company and expanded it by opening a travel agency under the bold name Ed Jansen, Unlimited Inc. Not long after, I hired a man named Richard, an experienced professional who had spent much of his life in the British travel industry. He had knowledge I didn't, and together we made a strong team. Richard helped us get certified with American Airlines Sabre System, a booking platform used by a large portion of North American travel agents. One day he came to me with an idea. American Airlines was preparing to expand into the European market. He proposed that we create a separate corporation, Marco Polo Tours, that would specialize in European group travel directly through Sabre. I was excited. We spent a year gathering pricing data from hotels, rental agencies, and tour providers across Europe, but we had one major hurdle: how to transfer all that information into a functioning data system. That's when my two sons stepped in. I had given them a computer for Christmas. This was the 1980s, long before kids were learning coding in school. But David and Michael learned quickly. They wrote a program and entered all the data we'd compiled. The timing couldn't have been better. American Airlines was just about to announce its European expansion. Richard and I flew to Dallas to pitch our idea to Americans' leadership. We asked to be their exclusive supplier of European tours through Sabre. They asked, "Can you be operational in 30 days?" Richard said yes. I wasn't so sure, but somehow we pulled it off. The response was immediate. On day 1, we had 4 inquiries. On day 2, 30, and then an explosion. We were thriving, but something wasn't right. Despite our success, we were facing an unexplained cash flow crisis. Eventually, the truth came out. Richard had embezzled hundreds of thousands of dollars. The name Marco Polo Tours, which he suggested, was already registered in the UK under a company he secretly owned. We were unknowingly funneling profits to his overseas business. He was arrested and sent to prison. I was left bankrupt, reputation shattered, debts I couldn't pay, and a business that collapsed around me. I left Gaylord heartbroken and humiliated. From a successful entrepreneur, I became a man starting over, cleaning condos in Florida for $6 an hour. And yet, I wouldn't trade that chapter of my life for anything. Someone once told me God builds out of ruins, and that became true for me. I was broken, but not beyond repair. Over time, God reshaped my life into something more meaningful than I had known before. Today, it's no longer about the money. It's about purpose. It's about becoming the man I was always meant to be. And that's no brag. I often say this with a smile. If you're not impressed with who I am today, you should have known me 50 years ago.